Good day, everyone. I'm Helen Jane Arnapala, BSHM1C, Business Organization, Formal and Informal Group. Introduction. In an organization, the formation of groups is very natural, whether it is created by the management for the purpose of accomplishing the goals of an organization or by the members of the organization themselves. To fulfill their social needs, there are two types of group, namely formal groups and informal group. Formal groups are the one that created as per official authority so as to fulfill the desired objective, unlike informal groups are formed by the employees as per their likes, interests, and attitudes. So sabotable na kayo no. So kung unsa ang formal o ang informal group. Ang formal is kanang formal na organization is ruled by authority yun na siya. While ang informal group kay nag-ruled ra na siya og mga small organizations like dili siya big impact bitaw sa society or sa atong environment like ana. So the most common reason behind the creation of group is the urge of people to talk and make their own circle where they can interact freely, know each other, work untidily, and accomplish the tasks which are being assigned to them. In the given PPT or article that I made, the difference between formal and informal groups are presented. So, content of formal versus informal group. So, ang ilang comparison chart definition, key difference o conclusion para masabtan jud nato maayo. So, mauni ang ilang group chart. So, basis for comparison, formal group and informal group. So, meaning sa formal group. Groups created by organization, mao to akong giingon, for the purpose of accomplishing a specific task are known as formal group, while informal group is created by the employees themselves for their own sake are known as informal group. So lahi na jud sila. Naadjud si ay maura sila pero ay naa sila pagka-compare comparison kay same raman sila na nag-create og group pero lain-lain lang jud sila og kanang bitaw murag pag-angat or pag specify sa ilang group na ilang gi-create. So, formation, while formal group is deliberately, while the informal group is voluntarily. Ang formal kay ila yung gi-deliberate ilang selves sa ilang task, while ang voluntary kay nag-volunteer like dili bitaw deliberate nila kuan ang ilang group like voluntarily lang ba, while ang formal group ang iyang size kay dako jud na ilang organization like bisag asa bitaw large na organization, while informal group is comparatively small lang jud na sila ng mga organization. While formal group, ang ilang life depends on the type of group. Kasagaran sa formal group kay ang ilang mga organization dagko jud na sila, so murag dili ta maka ingon na kana siya na kani sila na organization mangdato ni sila sa grupo jud depende jud na siya, while the informal is depends on the members kay informal group kay murag mangita pa bitaw sila og employees ay like mangita pa sila mga volunteer ba or like mga mga groups ay like mga members na ila pa bitang i-explain kung unsay meaning ani na group kanang ana ba dili pareha sa formal group na straight lang jud siya. While formal group ang ilang structure is well defined while the informal is defined. So ang formal jud well defined jud na ang ilang mga tasks bitaw like specific jud kayo bagay ang ilang man yung purpose sa ilang groups kay to be able to accomplish ba na dapat ma-accomplish. Well, informal group is they've accomplished but dili ra jud pareha sa formal group na daghan. So, ang importance sa formal group is their position while the informal is their person. So, ang relationship sa formal group ug informal group is ang formal, professional jud na siya. While ang informal, personal. When it comes to communication, formal group moves in a defined direction, while informal group stretches in all direction. Like, pwede bisag asa sila nakuan, while ang formal, stick to one lang jud siya. So, kaduha, formal group ug informal group is a formal group is a collection of persons who came together for achieving a specified goal. They are always created with intent to fulfill some official requirement. Formation of the group is done by the management. It is possessed by systematic structures and hierarchical form. Hierarchy, rather. While informal groups is the groups that are created naturally within the organization due to social and psychological forces are known as informal groups. Under this group, the employees of the organization themselves enter into groups without the approval of the management to satisfy their social needs on the job. So, sabotable na siya kaayo, no? Ang formal jud kay kuan na siya na organization like naadjud na siya goal. While ang informal murag needs ra bitaw social needs lang nila sa ilang job ba like wala sila gisuportaan sa management dili pareha sa formal nagisuportaan jud siya sa management then naa siya system para mo-achieve bitaw siya ana na kuan goal while ang informal to satisfy bitaw or wala sila approval through their management like in ana na kuan type of view. So formal group in general is the employees of the organization are divided into groups. Ang ilang task is hand over to each group. In this way, the task of the group is accomplished along with the fulfillment of organizational goals. So, sa isa ka kintay pareha sa ato ibutang nato sa report na ato jud na siya kailangan i-divide kay para bitaw mamurag masing siya ba like equal bitaw mo para dali ra pud siya mahuman like sa isa ka grupo na adjud kay i-assign ana na topic or ing ana na kuan para bitaw dali ra para pag-report mahuman dayon ka sa imong report para dili bitaw pud ka ma-overwork kay ikaw ra ang nagtrabaho kay group gani so as per member jud na or as a group jud na siya like ang group kay consist siya og 2 to 5 person like ing ana bitaw so Types of formal groups. So ang formal groups kay naa siya'y command, committees, and task force. While command groups is the groups that consist of managers and their subordinates. So sa business or sa company, naadjud tay murag highest bitaw to lowest na mga like work or kana bitong imong gi-assign na trabaho. So ang pinaka highest gyud kay naa jud diri ang mga managers nato, subordinates, kanang ana, while the committees are the group of people who are kanang nag-appoint sa imo nya by an organization to resolve the matters referred to them are known as committee. For example, advisory committee, standing committee. So, sa isa ka organization like sa atong barang dili sa atong city hall na adjud na sila mga advisory committee, standing committee kay kana sila nag-give na sila mga advice daw or stand about ana na organization kung okay ba na siya sa society, sa atong community, ing ana bitaw. While the task force are the group formed to carry out the particular task is known as task force. So kaning mga task force kay specific or particular jud ang ilang kana bitang group kay as task force as we all know murag kana bitang murag protect sa organization or sa atong community ingana. So informal groups, nobody wants to live in isolation. People generally create a circle around themselves so that they can interact and share their feelings, opinions, experiences, information, and etc. These circles are known as informal groups at the workplace. These groups are formed on the basis of common likes, dislikes, prejudice, contacts, language, interests, attitudes of their members. It includes the interest group and friendship group. The communication is faster in such group as they follow grapevine chain. So informal groups, kani siya na mga grupo is gi-create ra gyud ni siya kay para bitaw makuha ay dili makuha makuha ang opinion sa isa ka tawo like ilang likes, dislikes, kanang mga interest ba og attitude as a person bitaw like we create group so we can know what kind of people are we dealing with like ing ana ba. So there are no defined rules that applies in informal group. Moreover, the group possess a loose structure. Dili jud pareha sa formal group na ay naadjud siya systematic structure bitaw like systemized yun ang ilang group. Then informal group bond between the members of the group is quite strong, which can be seen when one of the employees is kicked out of a job and then all members his groups on strike just to support him. So ang organization ay ang formal group kay lahi reduce siya sa formal group kay ang formal group kung naa gani mahawa sa iyang grupo kay ila bitang suportaan bisag wala na siya kuan like trabaho or ng ana dili bitaw parya sa organization ay sa formal group na pasagdaan na ka kay wala na kay trabaho like ing ana bala lain-lain jud sila views or point of view sa ilang kuan ba sa ilang organization. So key difference between formal and informal group. The following are the differences. between formal and informal groups. So the groups formed by the management of the organization for accomplishing a specific task are known as formal groups. So mailan jud nato kung unsay kuan bitaw difference sa formal o informal group. The groups that are formed by the employees themselves as per their likes, prejudice is known as informal groups. So formal, ato lang jud siyang huna-una-una. Formal, like presentable siya, kuan siya, masaligan siya na organization, while the informal is they are formed with their own likes, like ila bitong para sa lang sa ilang likes ba, like sa ilang own lang bitaw, sa ilang prejudice mauna siya, is known as an informal group. Formal groups are sa chart na akong gipakita sa PPT, deliberately created jud na siya na organization, whereas the informal groups are established voluntarily. So mao to. So ang formal groups are big in sizes compared to an informal group. Moreover, there can be subgroups in a single formal group. So ilang structure kay lain na jud ka ay, like when the formal is hierarchical manner while the informal lacks structure, or it has no structure at all. Mao to. So informal group has the position of member defines its importance to the group, but informal group, every member is as important as any other member. In formal group, the relationship between the members is professional. They gather just to accomplish the task allotted to them. On the other hand, an informal group, there is a personal relationship between members. They share their opinions, experiences, problems, information with each other. So, sabotable kayo no kung unsay formal o informal group. Informal group is the flow of communication is restricted due to the unity of command. In contrast to an informal group, the flow of communication stretches in all directions. There is no such thing as restriction. So sa formal group, when you share your opinions or your idea, kay murag limited lang bitaw siya, kay naaman jud isa ka member ana na gi-assign jud para mo explain bitaw, while the informal group is wala siya restriction, like open kayo siya ba through your ideas, through your opinions, kanang mga ingana ba na situations ana. So in conclusion, we generally enter into groups. There are kinds of groups: school, or like school, work, city halls, kanang mga ingana na group ba, like organization groups, kay naadjud na sila'y kinds of kuan rules and regulations, like ingana. So mo enter man into groups no without knowing that which kind of group is it. O man jud ta kabalo kung atong gi-apila na group okay ba para sa ato or okay ba para sa iya. So from the PPT above, from hope you have understand the difference between the two kinds of group. Sometimes the members of formal groups and informal groups are the same. The basic distinguished feature between the two is that formal groups are always formed with an objective, but when an informal group is created, there is no such kind of intention at all. So mao lang to. Thank you for listening. That's all. So that's all, guys. I hope you all understand. If you have question, please comment on the Google class. That's all.